Johnny Neal said they got the Count when they got Count Basie, and they got the Duke when they got Duke Ellington, and now they've got the Earl. From Warren Haynes. Warren said, "You son of a bitch, save me a spot. I thought you were going to wait for me." And this is from Dave Pomeroy, who was the bass player in Blue Monday. Now he's the president of the Musicians Union in Nashville and really doing a lot for us. And he wanted me to read this off. If I start crying, I'm a real sensitive son of a bitch. So. Both as a person and as a musician, Billy Earl set a high standard. And when you were in the presence, he pulled you right up there with him. When he joined the Blue Monday band and we started playing together every week, I got to know Billy Earl pretty good. And once you got to know him, you knew that he wore his heart on his sleeve, a heart of gold. He could fool you with his tough exterior for a little while, but as you got to know him, you got to know Billy. And we all got to know him really well, and we learned through the years what a deep well he was drawing from. It was an honor and a privilege to play on his Fathers of Rock and Roll CD. And I will love and miss Billy Earl forever. Dave Pomeroy. To everybody out here right now. You know, sometimes, when Billy moved here, everybody he was just, one day he was there, next day he was gone. And it's one thing I have learned. I think that death is God's way of telling us, of showing us just how important old friends are. And sometimes the people that you love the most are the people that you talk to the least. The people that you love the most are the people that you don't see every day. Yet when you call them up, it's like you just talked to them yesterday, like they've never left. That's kind of how it was with Billy Earl. And I think if we want to play tribute to Billy, one thing we can do, all of us here, is stay in touch with those kids. Stay in touch with each other. Learn the value of an old friend. Because you can make new friends, you can't make old friends. And if we did that, I think Billy would be really proud of us, as proud as we are of him. And every one of you out there right now, I want everyone to promise me this. Every time you see that boy right there, I want you to look him right straight in the eye and say, "Get your goddamn ass out of Maryville and get to Nashville." That kid will never hold the day job. It ain't gonna happen. Forget about it. You want him to go to college? Now forget about it. Forget about it. You want him to be married? All right, forget about it. That kid plays just like his daddy, from the heart to the hand. All the stuff we played with Blue Monday. When I try to do that now with my band, Billy, this was the deal. When we went in the studio, we was all little ignorant puppies, except for Billy and Eddie. Eddie has his own studio, so he was studio savvy. Billy Earl was incredible. When he went in there, Billy Earl was the one that came up with the intro for Murdered by Love, which I still can't get people to play. They try and try, and every time they do, they bring all these pedals. Billy did it with his hands. All of that bending and stuff was from him bending the neck. No pedals, no gadgets, none of that. He was responsible for all that. The little thing we did in the middle where we all kind of went off into outer space, that was Billy Earl and Eddie. It just happened. They gave us studio time and they said, "We're going to go in this day, we're going to do this, do that." Billy Earl said, "No, if we're going to do it, we want 3 days, 24/7, and we want you to just stay in the control room That's it. And these guys went in there and put up barriers between everybody, and we cut for 3 days. Everything you hear on that album was first take stuff. There was no overdubs. There was none of that. It was just, this is it, this is what you get, and what you get. And it turned out to be one of the greatest albums I've ever played on. And I really want to thank Billy Earl for that, because we could have never done it without him. Couldn't have done it. He was a big inspiration in my life, and like David, I will miss him and love him forever.